another gorgeous 2016 BMW M2. This is the 3-litre I manual. So a little bit of insight to the M2. It was released for 2016 model year. It featured the N55 engine, and this car is what you would refer to as an OG N55 M2. Because yeah, obviously it's original pre-LCI M2 before the comp came out, and it just looks absolutely stunning. This one's finished in Long Beach blue metallic, which is the same as the other ones I reviewed, even with manual as well. I do like to pick out the rare cars, to be honest, but yeah, these either came in a 6-speed manual with rev match or a 7-speed DCT robot manual, or automated sort of manual there, which is really nice. And yeah, this one's got optional visibility pack, which gives you these adaptive xenon front headlamps with auto high beam assist, so automatically cut out the beam if oncoming traffic comes along. And yeah, you've got the sort of high gloss shadow line front black kidney grille with vertical slats as well, and the black mirror caps and the black window surrounds, which is quite nice with a black badging on the back. The M2 came standard with the 19-inch 437M alloys. On the later comp models, you had sort of these Y-spoke alloys, which you could actually downgrade to the 19-inch 437Ms, funny enough. You will see a few comps around with these alloys, but I think these look a bit better, to be honest. They're diamond cut with a 5 twin-spoke design in high gloss black. You've got 380mm front and 370mm rear cross-drilled ventilated M Sport discs with the M Sport braking in blue with the calipers, which is really nice. You've got the sun protection pack, which gives you sun protection glass on the rear, so basically rear privacy, and the top tinted windshield grey band, which is quite nice. You've got the quad sports exhaust system as well, which is valved with chrome sort of quad tailpipes there, which is nice. You get quite a lot of cracks and pops in Sport and Sport Plus mode. You've got the rear parking sensors as well on the M2. The M2s came relatively decently specified compared to, you know, regular 2 Series, which sort of were offered at the same time, which were really basic. I mean, you barely got anything on 2 Series, but the M2 did add quite a lot of things. You've also got the Harman Kardon boot-mounted amplifier, which sits in just underneath this parcel sort of load cover here, which is quite cool. With the sunroof models, I'd just be careful and make sure the gutters have been cleaned, otherwise you will end up having a wrecked Harman Kardon amplifier. But yeah, really lovely. Like I said, this is the 4th one I've reviewed in Long Beach blue with the manual gearbox, which is quite nice. On the interior here, the M2 came with black Dakota leather with Long Beach blue stitching, along with the M embossed logo on the back of the seats. A lot of people complained that this seat was sort of not really that sporty, but I think they're quite sporty. They're a little bit better bolstered, as well as electrically operated 2-way bolster support, so you can inflate the bolsters if you do want that extra sportiness. But yeah, this was exclusive to the M2 in terms of the stitching, and yeah, leather was quite nice. On the regular 2 Series, you would have to pay 800 quid for Dakota leather, but yeah, really nice. You've got cup holders in the rear as well, and quite a lot of storage. The seats barely get used on these, to be honest. They look brand new, and you've got some air conditioning vents on the rear, along with a 12-volt socket, which is quite nice, but relatively spacious for a 2-door coupe. And yeah, got electric windows and mirrors, which is nice, and the M2 came with dry carbon interior trim. And I think you've got sort of, is it 360 watt, the 360 watt Harman Kardon surround sound system, which is nice. And yeah, this one just has a quick startup procedure because it has the ghost immobilizer. I'll just see if I can get it done first time, just so we can get the car on. But it sounds really nice, that N55, when you start it up. It's got quite a distinctive inline 6 grunt to it, or straight 6 grunt. These were sort of more sought after than B58s, because the B58s just didn't sound, you know, they just sound a little bit different. I think the N55 sounds a bit more growlier and more refined, which is quite nice. You've got 2-zone climate control on the M2, along with the optional heated front seats. Cruise control standard on the M2, along with, like I said, rear parking sensors, which is nice. The M2's 6-speed manual comes standard with auto rev match, which wasn't found on the M235i's or the M240s, I don't think. But only the M2 and the M2 comps, which is nice. If you do want to turn off rev match, you will have to put a car in Sport Plus mode, which turns off the traction control or limits it, and you've got sport. So in comfort, it sounds, I won't rev it too much because it is a little bit cold, but yeah, you do get a few more cracks and pops as you hear at the start of the video. You've got Pro Navigation standard on the M2, which gives you the full widescreen hard disk drive display, which is quite nice with your quite realistic maps. And you can sort of retrofit Apple CarPlay, and you've got your Spotify music, which you can connect. You've got USB-A auxiliary slots there. And yeah, really nice dry carbon interior trim, like I said, with this very exclusive Alcantara and Long Beach blue stitched gear housing for the manual gear stick, which is quite cool. So you've got this glove, boot glove, which is quite lovely. And yeah, you've got these really nice dials, which I've always liked, and a sort of bar down here, which tells you, you know, if the car's cold or sort of warm, and you've got your fuel there as well. So onboard computer. I normally have this on this speed thing, but when the car is warming up, I will put it on the temperature gauge there, which is digital. And yeah, overall really lovely. You've got your sports displays as well on this car. This car's also had the running in service, which is good. All the M cars need the running in service, because effectively if you don't do this service at 1,000 miles, you will be driving from then onwards with metal shavings in your sump and filter and your oil, which is no good really. And yeah, you've got electric dipstick as well, which, you know, not everyone likes, but I think it's quite easy to use, except when you are filling up the car, it can be annoying. You've got horsepower and Newton meter gauge there, which is nice, as part of your sport display. And yeah, just overall really lovely interior. You've also got Alcantara padding on the door cards there, with again Long Beach blue stitching, which is a sort of hallmark feature, and these very thin leather sort of knee pads there with this Alcantara sort of wrapped steering wheel. You've got a double latch bonnet as well, pull once and then pull twice to fully disengage the latch, which is nice. And yeah, under the bonnet lies a 3 litre straight six twin scroll charged N55. So it's a single twin scroll turbocharged 3 litre with 365 brake horsepower, the legendary bespoke forged N55. So you've got the charge induction pipe going down the bottom here, which is a snake pipe which carries forced induced air. And the N55 in the M2 is bespoke. It's iron block with fully forged pistons and crankshaft. So the piston head, piston conrod, and the gudgeon or wrist pin is forged. So the whole entire piston unit is forged, which is nice. Along with that comes the S55's high pressure fuel and oil pump, and the baffled sump, which is nice. So basically it's got the high G-force sump, which allows the car to, you know, handle well and go through corners without any oil starvation, as you know, these cars, when they are driven quite hard, do suffer from oil starvation if they don't have a baffled oil sump. But yeah, really nice. And yeah, if you guys are interested in test drive video, I've already sort of had 3 of these in stock. So yeah, please check out one of those videos, and see you in the next one.